Hey guys, so I decided to make a YouTube video about my first. I was in high school. I'm a new graduate, and I went to a pretty small high school. This was my junior year, and it was towards the end of the school year, around February. It was actually February the 14th, Valentine's Day. And we had already proclaimed our likeness for each other beforehand. I told her, yes, you guys, I am gay. Well, I am a pansexual, but I identified myself as bisexual for a while. So I told her that I liked her. And then she got all derp, stupid, whatever. It was really cute. Later that night, we were texting on the phone, and she told me that she liked me too. And then one thing led to another, and we started going out. She had actually asked me out on February the 14th while we were in English class. It was a nice feeling. It was a very nice feeling. Things lasted for a few months. I think it was from February to like the middle of May. And but in the beginning everything was fine. Things were awesome. And then just one day out of the blue, she was like, I think we should break up. And I told her why. Well, I asked her why. And she said that her father told her that no one could love her like he loved her, and that basically he just pretty much downed her, and he said that I'm the only one who can love you. So I asked her, I looked her in the eyes, and I think she started to cry a little bit, but I looked her in the eyes, and I said, do you want to break up? And she said that she really doesn't. She started crying, and I think I cried too, a little bit. No, yeah, I did cry. I did cry a little bit. And so, I thought that was it. I thought we were going to be together for a while after that. But a few minutes later, we went to advisory or, homeroom, whichever one. And I was pretty bummed out. But then that's when I guess I started getting kind of odd, because I felt like things weren't stable, like how, a healthy relationship should be. So, things started to go a little bit downhill after that. But pretty much a week later, she texted me over the phone. A week later, we were in physics. We were taking a test, and I was bummed out about something. I don't know, but I looked sad, and she noticed that. And I guess she felt very powerless. That's often how I felt, because she was just overall a very depressed and sad, just bummed out person. So I often felt powerless as well. I felt like we switched places at that moment. But at the time, I was borrowing her MP3 player. It was a little red square, just cheap MP3 player. And I kind of felt like something was wrong when we were at the bus canopy, and I kissed her. She said that she was sick, and I said, it's okay, I don't care, because I never get sick. So I kissed her, and she said that she was going to need her MP3, and I said, oh, okay, sure, fine. But as soon as I got home, we were texting a lot, and she said that she needs to talk to me about something or whatever, I don't know. And then she broke up with me. Before she broke up with me, we were breaking up, I suppose. We were sending a lot of texts, and I kept telling her, we can work this out. And I actually lowered myself enough to say, well, I didn't send it, but I wanted to. I said that I'll change for you, which is not a very smart thing to say. But I was thinking it, but I'm glad I didn't send it, because yeah. But she broke up with me, and then I called one of my, at that time, best friends, and I broke down into a lot of tears. I was talking with her a lot, with my friend, after the breakup, and I was heartbroken. I was so devastated. You don't even know. Well, some of you probably do, but yeah, I felt like shit. I cried. I'm surprised I did not run out of tears. Just crying a lot. And my friend was trying to console me. I honestly don't remember anything she said. But I cried myself to sleep. And I cried when I woke up. And I cried when I was on the bus. I cried when I was at school. You guys, I cried a lot. It hurt a lot, and I still feel it sometimes, like now. I just wanted to do this video to let you guys know that, you know, you're not alone whenever something bad happens. You know, bad things happen to everyone, and we all deal with things in different ways. For me, crying is much better than when I used to self-harm. So I like to let it out and cry. And, you know, be around friends. I'm an extrovert. I get my energy from whoever I'm with. I get my energy from people. So, yeah, crying works a lot. But, you know, I got through it still. But, yeah. So, I cried and cried all the time. Then she said that she needed to talk to me about something. And I said, okay, yeah. So we walked to, this was, you know, the day after she broke up with me. And we walked to, I hope you guys can hear me fine. My microphone's here. But we walked to my locker, and she was telling me that we need to work on our communication skills. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. She said that we need to communicate as friends first. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, I accepted it because I still loved her. But yeah, I tried, you know, talking with her as friends. It was still, of course, awkward because we knew the same people. I believe we were in the same class. I don't remember, because I know that I skipped classes a lot. So it seemed like to me that I was in that class when I actually wasn't. So it was always awkward. But, you know, I would always try and hide it and put forth the effort to say hey in the hallway. But I noticed that whenever I would say hi, she would just let out a guttural hi. Like that, like literally just hi. And that bugs me. So when I was talking to one of my best friends, the same one who consoled me right after the breakup, she said that I should just ask her straight up, do you still want to be friends? So I said, okay, I think I can do that. And I think I can handle the possibility of her saying no. So the next day, this was probably a week or so after the breakup. So I asked her, you know, face to face, do you still want to be friends? And she said that she thought of me like how she thought of, let's just call this person Jane Doe. So she said that she thought of me like how she thought of Jane Doe. At the time, she hated Jane Doe. She didn't want to be around her. She didn't want to be associated with her. She didn't want to look at her. She didn't want to speak with her. She disliked Jane Doe a lot. And I know because she told me. So at that time, it broke me down. But you know, after she told me that, I was like, okay, that's fine, thank you. But when I got to, so I walked away, and I went to the staircase where I broke down and cried because it really messed with me. Like, I didn't do anything to hurt her at all. I really didn't, and it so after she told me basically that she hated me, sorry, I have to fix this. That's when the breakup really hit me hard, and I cried all day, every day for a lot of months, like 7 months. I just cry a lot, and I still miss her to this day. I do. But I thought that was really fucked up for her to hate someone who, tried to be friends with her still. I mean, I didn't do the whole obsessed thing where I just text them every day, try to talk to them every day. I didn't even visit her in the classes anymore because we weren't like that anymore. Yeah. So it sucked for the rest of that year. So during summer, I tried to get some rebounds, but I couldn't. No rebounds for me. But come next school year, which was senior year for me, sorry. Whenever I talk low, my voice gets phlegmy. But come senior year, we have 2 of the same classes together, I believe. Yeah, shit, I'm just like, oh, I'm excited, but then I'm nervous at the same time because I'm happy to see her again. God, I sound like a dumbass. I'm sorry. But I mean, whatever. Fuck. Okay, so I was, glad to see her. She's fucking beautiful. Serious. Oh my god. She has a beautiful face. She's mixed. She looks white. She has like winglets. Oh my god, she's beautiful. Her face, like she covers it with hair. She's like the top per se, in a relationship. Looking beautiful. But yeah, I saw her. I was like, yeah. And so, one thing I noticed was her. This is where the hurt started to come in, like the real just confusion and hurt started to come in, because I noticed her kind of giving me glances, out of the corner of my eye. I would notice her just flat out just looking at me. And so, I was like, what the hell? So I'd turn to her and, give a little smile or, a little, whatever. And she'd be like, kind of like that back to me. So I'd be like, oh, this is cool. So, blah, blah, blah. After a bit of time, I got her number again, and we started texting just a bit, just like the basic, hi, how are you doing, how's school, that's cool. I don't think I ever asked her about her home life, because I already know how that was. It was pretty shitty. So, yeah. And then, I ran into this guy at a speech and debate tournament. And I was like, oh, well, this guy's pretty cool, I want to be just all there for him, So I was like, I need to cut off all ties with said girl. So I did, and then I noticed her just do a complete 180, half circle, do a complete 180, and she started kind of being a bit, started to, like, okay, her friends hated me because we didn't work out. They were cheap fucking bitches, and I did not like her friends. Her friends, one of them was a fat ass African, and the other one was a fucking white slut. So yeah, okay, those two, her friends hated me. So whenever I'd be like alone or something in the library or in the hallway, they would all just kind of do that bitch, kind of just, I'm flat out talking about you and I'm making it obvious type thing. Like, they would just kind of stop talking and then look at me and then start laughing or some shit. So, my ex, she was trying to get my attention. And then there's this one time, I'll never forget it. Hopefully I do. Hopefully I forget everything. But there's this one time where I was talking with one of my teacher friends. She was behind the library counter, and I was in front of it. And, here's a counter. And I was talking to her. And then, of course, I noticed my ex walking, but, I act like I don't. And I just continue talking to my teacher friend. Then, turns out, okay, and the next thing I know, my teacher friend is just like, ooh, like that. Like, she just does that face. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then my teacher friend said, I'll tell you later. And I come to find out that my ex, girl who I was in love with, she decided to do like a pelvic thrust type thing behind me. Like, I was just like, what? And that told me straight up that she fucking wants me. I hope I didn't sound conceited. But yeah, that told me straight up that she fucking wants me. But the thing is, she would still be a bitch to me when her friends were around. Those two assholes. But yeah, so that sucked. Like, she told me a lot. I noticed that during all this time, whenever I was alone and she was alone or with people who were not antagonizers, she would stare the shit out of me. And, I like the attention, honestly, and I often dressed for it. So, that just, I really hate that she didn't think that we could still talk or be friends. I don't hold grudges against people. It is very, very hard for me to, because I feel like there is no need. In order for me to hold a grudge against you, you have to do some very just like fucked up shit, But yeah, she didn't know that she could just come to me and say hi. But okay, after that, there's this one time towards the end of the year that one of my ex-friends decided to go and tell her, the female that I love, to go and tell her that I still love them. In my head, I want to punch her in the face, because I thought that was fucked up. Just because I don't want to be a friend doesn't mean that you can go off and tell the world all my business. And, I could have done the same to her, but the thing is, everyone already knew her business. She is a whore. Her name is Colette. And the reason why I don't bother with censoring the name is because she is a whore. And I feel like whores like her don't deserve to be respected, because she doesn't respect herself. She sleeps with anyone who says hi to her, and I know this because she used to consider me as a best friend, and she did up until I ended it. But yeah, she doesn't respect herself. Why should I respect her? So after that, I wanted to punch her in the face, but I didn't, because I was like, well, at least now the female knows that I still have feelings for her. And of course, she didn't come to me or whatever. She just doesn't do that. There were many times where I just wanted to go up to her and say, hey, hi, hi, but I didn't. My friends and my teacher friends stopped me, because they knew how I felt whenever, they knew how I felt in the past about her. So I didn't. But, okay, so come graduation, I am anticipating seeing her for the last time. And we all sit in rows in front of the stage where we walk across, and she is right behind me. So we all get our names called up, and we all walk across the stage. So when I'm coming down the stage and I'm about to, walk over to get my picture taken, I see her and she's looking at me. So of course I look back, and I just kind of smile and look down, because I know she's looking. And after that, we threw our hats in the air and we left. I wanted to say something so fucking bad right before we threw our hats. No, right after we threw our hats, because we were about to leave and she was right behind me. So I just wanted to quickly say congratulations or bye or something like some last words, because that would be like closure for me. But I didn't. I chickened out, even though it's pretty obvious that she probably wants to say something too. So I missed that opportunity. Then the last opportunity was when I'm standing around with a couple of my friends who came to my graduation, and I see her at the corner of my eye, and she's walking with her father, and I guess the father's friend. And so my instinct is to just drop everything and say, just like go and hug her or say bye, congratulations, nice knowing you, or something along those lines, but I didn't. I fucking pussied out. And the only thing I regret about everything is the fact that I didn't say any last words. It still bothers me to this day. And I know that there's nothing I could do about it. But this is a small world, so I doubt that I won't ever get the chance again. But I know that it will be a long time before I can say something. So yes, that is my first heartbreaking love story. My first love was during my junior year. Swiped up my heart, I swiped up hers, fell in love very hard, and I know that she was my first love because I had never felt so fucked up over a breakup for so long. Because before her, I had one other girlfriend who was the fat African bitch, and we went out for like a week or so, and she ended up saying, "Oh, I'm not gay." I was like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, so that was my first heartbreak. And before her, I had over, I think by the time I had like 4 boyfriends before her and 1 girlfriend. And after each breakup, I didn't care. Like, there was only maybe 2 times where I'd cry over the guy, but that would last for from a few days to a week, and that was it. I'd be over with it, I'd be like, oh, whatever, look, there's another one, and I'd be so ready to move on. But this heartbreak was different, and there was just so many strong feelings. I wish I had treated her like a male, because that's how she felt inside. Yeah, so that was my first heartbreak, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it during the ups and downs of my talking. You know, if you've ever had anything like that, and like if you're still going through it, you just go ahead and inbox me, and I check that every day. Or you could just, post something in the comment section, and I will go ahead and reply to that. But please click the subscribe button. I have 50 subscribers. I would like to have a whole lot more than that, because I want to reach a lot of people. I have a lot of stories that are very deep and true to me. I've had many experiences of failure, but the only way I'm going to post all of that is if I know I'll be getting to a lot of people. Because, I don't know, I really like helping. I really do. But yeah, like this video, favorite it. If you want me to do any other video, just inbox me your request or do it down below in the comment section, and I will do it. I mean, someone requested that I do the uvula challenge, and I did that. And I know that's one of those sketchy, sketchy challenges that are pretty much concocted by the pervert community of YouTube. So yeah. Oh, please follow me on Instagram too. At eternal_slumber, and I will always follow you back. I always follow back. So thank you for watching. I love you guys.